Today on the podcast, we review the movie Book Club, directed by Bill Holderman and written by Bill Holderman and Erin Sims, starring Diane Keaton, Jane Fonda, Candice Bergen, Mary Steenburgen, Craig T. Nelson, Don Johnson, Andy Garcia, and Richard Dreyfuss. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with different opinions takes a quick look at the movies. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
Today we look at the movie Book Club.
We're lucky we made it. We have a new restaurant here called the Crab Spot, and they happen to fry the shrimp perfectly. So we needed a little bit of fried shrimp and french fries before the movie, but we actually made it just in time.
Our butts actually hit the chair just in time to see the first preview, which was for Mission Impossible Fallout. This is another Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. I will tell you, I didn't see the last. I saw all the Mission Impossible movies leading up to the last one. I did not see the last one because the trailers really turned me off. It looked like more of a comedy, but I got to tell you, I'm actually really excited about this next Mission Impossible movie. The trailer makes it look really good, really full of action, and quite a serious movie.
And I'm looking forward to the next two trailers we saw. One is Ocean's 8, Women Power Baby, Sandra Bullock. You've got Cate Blanchett. You've got Anne Hathaway, Rihanna. It looks fantastic. Just more about it, similar to Tim, Ocean's 9.
Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 10, I think, were the other two. So.
Wow, I was off base on that number, wasn't I?
Yeah, the first one was Ocean 11, and it looks like even Matt Damon makes a cameo in this one. So,
well, it looks hilarious, and Sandra Bullock. I don't know. You'll learn this about me as well. She is such a strong actress. She's also, I'm sure, behind the scenes, making sure that that movie was made the very best it could be. I look forward to that. I love the cast. I love the storyline. It just looks hilarious. I've seen this trailer a couple times, and every time I see it, I can't wait to see it. The next one is called A Simple Favor. It's about a best friend that disappears, and her best friend realizes she didn't know her very well. It's with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, which obviously Anna Kendrick from all the Pitch Perfect movies, a great actress, but Blake Lively from Gossip Girl. This just looks a little scary, but also riveting at the same time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the next movie is called Christopher Robin, and this is one of those trailers. When I saw the trailer, I actually got goosebumps. This is a live version of Winnie the Pooh, and I was a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. I still have my original teddy bear from when I was a baby sitting downstairs, and it always reminded me of Winnie the Pooh. When you watch this trailer, it's starring Ewan McGregor as Christopher Robin. He's all grown up now, and when you watch this trailer, you have no idea that it's a Winnie the Pooh movie until Ewan McGregor as Christopher Robin is sitting there with his head in the lap in a park for everything that's going wrong in his life, and then you hear Winnie the Pooh's voice, and that's when I got the goosebumps. I will be there opening day for this one. And the last trailer was for a movie called Dog Days, and this is a movie with a whole bunch of stars in this. It's one of those compilation movies, kind of similar to Valentine's Day,
which I loved.
It's a whole bunch of short stories intertwined with each other about their owners and their dogs, and it looks kind of like a rom-com movie. So,
and I know we'll be there. Obviously, we have a new puppy named Lulu. We named her after the Lulu chocolate bar in Savannah, Georgia. And we've been exhausted the last week. We've had her for a week tomorrow. Tim and I have another dog named Noelle. We are dog people, and we will definitely be at this movie, Dog Days.
So, as we said, the movie we saw this week, or for this episode, was Book Club. This is a movie about four lifelong friends having their lives forever changed after reading 50 Shades of Grey at their monthly book club.
I was so excited, obviously, with the cast. I am a huge Jane Fonda fan. On Golden Pond, when I was much younger, just captivated me. I love her work with charity within the state of Georgia, GCAPP. She works with many kids, but most of all to prevent teen pregnancy. Jane Fonda is an incredible actress. She had Diane Keaton. I love her. Baby Boom. You've got Mary Steenburgen from Elf, The Proposal. You had Candice Bergen, Murphy Brown. I mean, bottom line was there because these four amazing women were basically going to carry this movie.
You also had, as their significant others for each one, you had Craig T. Nelson, Don Johnson, Andy Garcia, and Richard Dreyfuss were also in this movie.
Yes.
This movie was directed by Bill Holderman, who brought you it was his first movie as a director. He's a producer mainly, and it was also written by him. So he's written a few others, but this was his first directing debut.
Obviously this movie, there were some lines that I was still laughing about days later that I enjoyed. I enjoyed that they set up the movie well. I really appreciated that there was closure put on it. I enjoyed the relationships. I'm really proud that they made a movie for a different age group of women. I think that, there are a lot of different moviegoers, and I'm really big into all movies that kind of fill a spot, if you will. I really enjoyed the different relationships. One I did not enjoy, one of the characters has two daughters, and they're very annoying, their relationship, in my opinion. I didn't like that. Very different from Melissa McCarthy in Life of the Party, such a wonderful relationship with her daughter.
I was disappointed with this movie. I thought this movie had an all-star cast, people who I've enjoyed throughout their careers. I thought this wasn't the greatest vehicle for them. I thought the movie wasn't very well written. I thought with this kind of cast that it could have been a lot better than it was. You have some phenomenal actors and actresses in this movie, and I think that the script was a letdown for them. It wasn't the right vehicle.
Okay. I thought that the script needed more of a bite. I agree. I thought that they actually could have even put more depth into the movie. Cause you have the actor and actresses too that can carry it off. But you got to remember, they were trying to get in and out. They had several relationships to share, and there's only so much time in the movie.
Exactly. But I thought the script was pretty predictable. There wasn't anything surprising in it. And like you said, the depth of characters, they could have delved deeper into each character on this movie and brought more out. Another movie that was in this same genre, and I'm skipping on the name. It starred Blythe Danner and
Sam Elliott.
And that came out a couple of years ago. Thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
But such a sad ending.
Yes, it did have a very sad ending to it. I think this is definitely a movie that if you want to see it, you certainly wait till it comes out in video. I don't think it's going to be there much longer in the theaters.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as that. I think that if you want to grab your girlfriends or your mom, daughter, I think it's a great movie to go see. And I certainly want to support it financially because we want to making more movies that are not just for teeny boppers or a certain age group of 18 to 22-year-old women. So that's just a little bit of my...
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there.
Okay. But I have to say I would rate it at a 3.5 because again, I do wish it had a little more bite to it, but I enjoyed it. What do you want to rate it at?
Yeah, I would also give it a 3. I did have a few chuckles in there, but the movie was weighed and found wanting.
Okay. Well, I appreciate them making it. And to the women that are sheroes in my heart, rock on.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the He Said, She Said podcast. If you haven't already, please go out to hesaidshesAidmovies.com/subscribe and please subscribe to the podcast.
Thank you so much for your support.
We'll hope to see you at the movies.
Bye-bye.